Cheers. Cheers, Bumpy. Well, here we go. Here we go now. We're going to do a little bit of a live stream here. We got Funk Brewing Company's Double Citrus India Imperial India Pale Ale. I've had the citrus on my channel before. This is double citrus. Comes in at 8% alcohol by the volume. So that's fun. I know usually I just do my regular uploads. I'm going to try the live stream with the Mobcam thing again. I know there is a little bit of a max headroom kind of thing that happens because I don't have the greatest streaming quality in the world. But hey, we're going to do something and we're going to see how it happens because the Maniacs Meat podcast, even though it was a little glitchy, the audio was good and it streamed okay. So we're just going to give it a go. So we have Funk Brewing Company here with the Double Citrus Imperial India Pale Ale. Ale brewed with mango juice. Now that sounds tasty. That sounds tasty as hell. Again, Funk Brewing Company's from Emos, Pennsylvania. I know they contract brewed, I guess, at some point in time out of Illinois and stuff, depending on no matter, where they had to go. But Emos, Pennsylvania. There's another brewing company or something out of Emos that I just cannot think of at this moment. Terry from Terry's Quick Beer Reviews here jumps in and says, hello, mate. And I just shouted you out on my last review. It's a Pennsylvania bitter. And I know that you like your bitters, so I shouted you out. So let's throw this out. Oh, this is Haze for Days. Look at that. Whew. Okay, we'll throw that right there. We'll throw the double citrus right about there. But if you can see, this is Haze for Days, Unclear for Years. Just looks like thick juice. Really, really interesting stuff. Nice rocky top of a white head. Big bubbles on that, dissipating pretty quickly though for that 8% alcohol by volume. That's not too surprising. Of course, alcohol lag sticking from that 8%. Let's get an aroma on this one. It's mango, mango, and mango. But there's also, I like the fact that there's a lot of spicy pepperiness, tangerine, hints of a grapefruit and orange rind kind of coming up there, wafting away through. A little bit of a torrefied wheat oat sweetness. Shall we? We shall. Cheers. It's not as bombastic as the nose. I was actually hoping for that whole nose to transpire to the mouth. Unfortunately, it doesn't actually go all the way there. It's pretty muted overall. 8% alcohol by volume, you'd never tell. It drinks like a 4% beer. I mean, it's just smooth as silk. Nice little bit of it's a bit thin. It's a bit thin, hashtag it's a little bit thin. But the thing is, it's got that kind of low side of a medium body, which should be drinking higher because of the haziness and stuff like that. When you get into your palate, you got muted tonalities of like a little oat, torrefied wheat sweetness, a little bit of graininess in there, a little note of that. But then you have muted notes of the soft bit of tangerine, little bit of grapefruit, little bit, you know what I mean? Like it's so muted that unfortunately it's not really hitting the marks. Yeah, it's kind of boring. You crush it down and around the sides of your palate, the perimeter of the palate, you're picking up a little bit of a grapefruit rind, a little bit of a tangerine rind. Nice, you know what I mean? Like that's nice. The nose was off the hook. Unfortunately, it's not collating all the way to the taste. Unfortunately, the taste is very lackluster to the actual aroma of the beer, which has happened many times, but really sucks. Hashtag bit thin. Exactly, Joe. Joe chimes in on the Beer Patrol on YouTube. Check out the Beer Patrol. If you're not subbed to him already, please do so. And if you're not subbed to me already, why the fuck not sub to my channel so I can get 1,000 views so I don't have to use Mobcam to stream live. Motherfuckers. I'll just dump the rest in real quick just to see where we sit with the double citrus from Funk Brewing Company from Emos, Pennsylvania. Another PA Brew News on the PA Brew News channel. Like it. One happy 4th to you too, brother. It's it basically tastes exactly, which is the funny thing, it's hazier. It is hazier, but it reminds me of the regular citrus. It just reminds me of the regular old citrus, just 8% and hazier. So because the fact that the citrus was hitting the marks, being just a regular IPA at like 6% or something like that, it gave me an 8.5 or 9 or something like this. Excuse me. Ooh, that was rude. Listen to some Night of the Living Dead vinyl. Pennsylvania Pride. Pennsylvania Pride. Cheap plugs everywhere. You gotta put the cheap plugs in because the Beer Patrol, baby. But so double citrus from Funk Brewing Company from Emos, Pennsylvania. The Imperial India Pale Ale brewed with mango juice definitely is lackluster as far as the overall beer goes. Nose was off the hook. Love the nose. Everything else is kind of there you go. I just got done drinking a bitter, a regular old plain bitter from Bond Place Brewing Company from Easton, Pennsylvania, and honestly I would just rather drink the bitter because at least I know the bitter is going to be a little bit more lackluster but quaffable and sessionable and stuff. This is lackluster, you know what I mean, that kind of thing. Yeah, if you know what I mean. So there you go. Hashtag if you know what I mean. There you go. But yeah, I'm probably gonna give this one probably like I'm gonna give this one like a 8, 7.5, solid 8. It's just not really hitting the marks, but it is a good beer. Don't get me wrong, this is a good beer. It does taste nice. It's really, it hides the ABV amazingly well. It's sessionable to a certain extent. It's easy to drink. It's very approachable. The flavors that I am getting are nice flavors, no off flavors. It's not as big and bold and rich and deliciously and jumbly and lumbly and lovely as it should be. So that's why I'm only gonna give it an 8. I'll give it an 8. It should be higher, but it's not. It is an 8, not a 9 or higher. So there we go. Funk Brewing Company's Double Citrus India Pale Ale from Emos, Pennsylvania. We're going to give it an 8 out of 10 right now, and that's a little bit generous. Probably 7.5, really, if you really think about it. Really, really. But anyway, this has been Paul from PABrewNews, and another Mobcam stream on all the formats. All the fucking formats. I wish I could get Instagram on there, because I'd rather have that than Mixer and whatever the hell the other one was. No. So if I can get Periscope and Instagram instead of Mixer and would be a lot nicer. But oh well. Anyway, this has been Paul from PABrewNews. Cheers, Terry. He really can't beat a nice bitter. A nice bitter is just fantastic. So anyway.